If we take a look at how products are made today, we are still using what's called heat, beat, and treat process from the Industrial Revolution. But why would we use such a method when the energy input is extreme and the toxic byproducts are horrible? It's time to stop. It's time to change. Instead, imagine a kind of processing strategy that emulates nature with renewable raw materials, great products, and little energy waste.
Biomimicry is innovation inspired by nature. It's the process of looking at something like a leaf and trying to figure out how to make a better solar cell. It's become popular in the design disciplines, mainly I think because people are looking for more sustainable ways to do things. And organisms know how to do this. After 3.8 billion years, life has learned what works and what's appropriate on the planet. And right now, that's what the people trying to redesign our world are looking for. What we do in biomimicry is we bring in biologists to the design table. We look at how does nature contain liquids? How does nature repel water? So for instance, go outside, look at any leaf and the veins in a leaf, and what you're seeing is the world's best water distribution network. There's an amazing thing called the Murray's Law that says that all branching structures in the natural world, including our lungs, they all follow a single mathematical formula. And it has to do with the pipe branches, and it drops down to a smaller diameter, and then it branches again, and that drops down to a smaller diameter, and that's predictable. People in green building now are starting to say, well, maybe our 90-degree angles that we have in plumbing are really friction devices. Maybe we should distribute electricity differently in a building, water differently in a building, even gases, even air conditioning differently in a building by mimicking this Murray's Law in our plumbing. The most important thing that people should know is that a sustainable world already exists. We're just now beginning to open our eyes and realize that the answers to the questions we've been asking, how do we live here sustainably, are all around us.
In Janine Benyus's book, Biomimicry, Innovation Inspired by Nature, she classifies 9 basic principles that govern and define how nature functions successfully. By innovating with these natural laws, we are capable of building and designing a more sustainable future. We need to mimic nature's way by eliminating the use of fossil fuel energy and increasing the use of renewable energy. Society is guilty of operating on taking as much as it wants as a result of the Industrial Revolution. Nature's framework is designed to function at the highest optimal level. Energy is not exerted on unnecessary parts or processes, and no surplus resource is used. Nature is designed to be biodegradable. Essential elements are repurposed and entered back into the natural system after its end of life, leaving no waste or excess. Nature is designed to function in interdependence, where natural systems are entwined and effectively engaged with one another. When a variety of species work together on interlocking tasks, it strengthens the ecosystem. We need to recognize that to be sustainable, we must be local. No natural system is limitless without a tipping point that triggers disequilibrium in the system. Forest fires, for example, are a natural phenomenon that cuts down on excessive growth to enable regeneration. It is important to identify these boundaries and find innovative ways to compensate for them. After 3.8 billion years of tests and trials, nature has learned what works and what lasts. What better models could there be than nature? Instead, we should view and value the Earth as a model, a mentor, and a measure of how we do things. Model: to study nature's models and then follow these forms, processes, systems, and strategies to sustainably solve human problems. Mentor: to have a new way of viewing and valuing nature, to learn from nature, not to extract from it. Measure: to use nature as an ecological standard to evaluate the sustainability of our innovations. Are they life-promoting? Do they fit in? Will they last? So where is biomimicry heading? We are heading towards a biomimetic revolution. Humans are exactly at the turning point in our evolution. We have steadily increased and are now approaching 9 billion in number. We are almost reaching the limits of nature's tolerance and are finally looking for solutions of how we can continue living on this planet we call home without destroying it. With recent success stories and our changing attitudes of how biomimicry can be applied to products and building designs, biomimetic research, science, and applications continue to grow. As it continues to grow, it is already influencing the next generation to problem solve and to design building products and systems to last. Biomimicry looks at nature in new ways to fully appreciate and understand how its design, patterns, and strategies can be used to help solve worldly problems. By changing our perspective on nature, we can improve our world through designs that take advantage of nature's ingenuity. A transformation from heat, beat, and treat method from the Industrial Revolution to a biomimetic revolution will change us from controlling nature to being guardians of nature. Biomimicry will become a defining discipline of our times and for future generations.